Hi, if you ever wondered, like I have, who am I? Why am I here? Where was I before I was born? What's going to happen when I die? If during my life, if I choose, if I should choose this partner or this partner, being a business or a relationship, or even small choices like should I finish all the food that's on the plate? Should I get a second? Or should I completely not eat the lunch or the supper or the dinner? So if you ever ask these questions, like I did, then this live stream is for you. And this live stream is about something that I call entry point philosophy. And entry point philosophy is a philosophy that I would like to tell you about in the series because through this philosophy, you can get the answers to all the questions I mentioned in the beginning. So, this stream will be an introduction into the series, and I'll start right from the beginning. And this philosophy, I've been living by it for the past 3 years of my life. The first year, I didn't know I was living by it, but I just changed the way I lived. I would say unconsciously. Basically, from one day, about 3 years ago, I started viewing the world in a different way. And I lived like this for 1 year. And I started noticing big changes in my life. So the second year, I was really paying attention to what I did differently compared to my 42 years, the 42 years of my life prior to that. And during the third year, I started putting it together. I also started telling about it to some people in everyday life, and I feel that now it's the right time to uh, to share it with everyone because I think that either what I'm going to tell you is something that can change the way you view your life, and it can transform your life like it did mine, or maybe we'll find out that I'm just delusional, and I will find out through your comments. So give me this feedback because I don't want to be delusional. So that's why I'm going to share it with you. So uh, I think that what's also important is to clarify the word religion and faith. So for me, religion is is when because I don't think it's about if you believe in God or not. But for me, religion is a way, is a description of the reality in which we are. So people who call themselves, let's say, Christians, they have faith that this reality, the way it is described in the Bible. And if I meet a Muslim, to me, that's a person that has faith that the reality in which we are is based on description that's in Quran. And and if I meet an atheist, then to me that's someone that is someone who has faith that the world exists the way it is. Let's say without the entity that the other religions call God. So I think that in order to or what I was always searching for in my life was, for the description. So do I live in a Christian reality, or do I live in a Hindu reality, or do I live in a Muslim reality, or do I live in a atheist reality, or So I was looking for these descriptions, and I felt that I really have to find it, because if I want to successfully navigate myself through this reality, I have to understand the reality, what it's about. It's just like when you play chess, the only way to find the best move is by understanding what the position is about. If you don't understand the position, you will not be able to make the best move. So that way I was looking for something that would describe the reality. And I found it 3 years ago, just by luck. And the reason I think this is important is that that's I don't know, I don't, that's why I call it philosophy. I don't know, because when you say that it's a religion, immediately people think of God. If you say that it's something that's atheist, then they will think that it doesn't involve God. So I look at it that entry point philosophy, just like the other religions or views, is a description of the reality around us. And one thing that's very important is that I always felt that the description must be that the correct description of the world, of the reality, has to be absolutely universal. So that was the issue I had with I would say all the religions, because what happened to all the people who were born and lived before your religion was created, or you know so so are they out of luck? Are all the ones who were born 3,000 years ago out of luck, and they cannot be Christians because they never heard the words? So it's so that does that mean that the religion is biased, right? And also you can see with a lot of the religions that they really worked well, let's say in the Middle Ages, with the understanding that we had of the reality around us the way we have it. But so as we learn more about the reality around us through science, it sort of starts to show that you know whatever is in these holy books is it doesn't feel that it's let's say from some supreme being. I always wondered why God never told any god never told anyone that bacteria and viruses exist and that they should wash their hands. Because if this message would be communicated to all the people, I think that it would create much better society than if this information wasn't sent. But anyway, so I wanted to come up with a philosophy, or for me, the philosophy has to be such that whatever I whatever it says, that it's applicable in in any time in history, any time in human history. And it also has to be connected even to environments where there are no humans, because it should be this universal. And so all of this actually is part of the entry point philosophy. So I would say that that's what I'm going to talk about in detail in the next session. But I just now want to give you the overview. So entry point philosophy describes the reality around us in such way that you understand how to behave in this reality, and at any time you can use it like a compass that will always let's pretend that north is a metaphor for the best choice you can make in your life in any moment. So entry point philosophy is like a compass that when you apply it in your reality, it will show you the best behavior or the best move you should make. And uh, and the best thing is that you don't even have to do it. You can just use it as a an alternative to whatever you prefer to do. So So that's the first part, that it describes the reality around you. But of course, it's not only about the reality around us, but it's also how we feel inside. Now, for lack of the description, let's the what I mean by the I inside is what most people call the spirit, the soul. It's the feeling of the present moment that we feel behind our eyes. So so one thing is to to understand the reality around us, but also the other part is how to feel inside. Because I'm sure that I'll give you a bad example, but you'll know in principle what I mean. If let's say that a lot of people want to be rich in their life, and then someone gets very very rich, but even though they are rich, they feel sad and lonely and they are not happy. So they understand the reality. In the reality, they seemingly have everything the way they want, but inside they don't feel happy. They feel sad. So that's the second part of entry point philosophy, and that is how to feel, how to feel, how to feel, how to be, how to be, and how to feel and experience life physically, how to feel it inside. So that's the second part of the philosophy. And I would say then the third part is if you imagine that the entry point philosophy are these glasses, and let's pretend that these glasses are like the Google glasses, that they augment the reality, so that every time you look at with these glasses, it's like Tony Stark. It basically gives you like so much data that when you have these glasses on, you know that you are much more effective in everyday life. I'm sure that you can all feel it. Imagine that you really have these glasses, and inside you have a small monitor, and whoever you see, it will tell you exactly, you know, exactly how to open the conversation, who they are, who their friends are. Like just like Jarvis in Iron Man. So the third part of the philosophy is how to have these, let's call them virtual entry point philosophy glasses, through which you can view the reality and use it as a guide compass to know what the best move is. And I think that this is so interesting that it's worth sharing it with everyone. And but in the same time, I want to caution you that it's what I'm telling you. It should be taken with caution. You should like try it in your life and tell me what your results are. And if they are not the same as mine, then I want to investigate what's wrong. Because as I said in the beginning, I don't want to be delusional. But in the same time, if I have something that I feel should can help everyone, then why not share it? So take care and see you soon in the next stream. Bye.